Welcome to the Uplift Jazz Show, where jazz and weather collide to uplift your spirit. I'm saxophonist Tony Craddock Jr. Thanks so much for joining today. Before we get into the contents of the episode, I want to make sure you know about my upcoming concert this Sunday, November 16th at 4 p.m. here in Alexandria, Virginia. The Jazz at MEADE concert series. The great thing about it is it's available for you to attend in person or via Zoom virtually. So whether you're local or anywhere else across the globe, you can attend. The link to the tickets is in the description section of the video, also on my channel's homepage and on the homepage of my website. So easy to find. If you have any questions, contact me in the comments, and I hope to see you there. Also, if you haven't already, hit that subscribe button, click the bell, and select all so that you get all the notifications about when I post content to the channel. For this podcast and everything else. And for those who have been with me for several episodes, thank you for coming back. Great to be here with you again. So today's theme is about the Northern Lights, also known as aurora borealis. And we're going to talk about how that loosely connects to a song that I've written titled Magnetic. So hopefully you got a chance to see the Northern Lights in the sky throughout the U.S. this week. If you did, let me know where you live and where you saw the lights. Would love to hear about your experience. I didn't get to see it live. It happened in the middle of the night, but the pictures I saw were glorious. So, and that actually inspired the shirt that I'm wearing. I'm calling this my Northern Lights shirt. It's the most stylish shirt I can find with the variety of colors that kind of mimic the Northern Lights. So this is my Northern Lights shirt. But as it relates to my song Magnetic, I released that song back in 2021, and I've never shared this before, but that song almost had a different title. It was almost titled Geomagnetic, and it was also titled True North. So I'll share that in a little bit. But first, for you to understand my process of how I title a song that has a weather theme or a nature theme, usually the titling process happens one of two ways, or really three ways. I have a concept in mind for a message I want to communicate through the song, and I find something in weather or nature that I can use to illustrate that theme. So that's the first way. The second way is I have a song written and it has a certain vibe or a feel to it, and I find something from weather or nature that matches that vibe or feel. Or the third way is it's a combination of the two. I might be in the middle of writing the song, and then the inspiration for the song comes to me as far as like the message I want to communicate, and I kind of merge the two together. So with Magnetic, it was actually the third option. I was about halfway through writing the song, and I realized in the middle of the song, it had an upbeat, nice groove to it. I co-wrote the song with Adam Hawley, and I realized I want this song to be about purpose and, being pulled towards your purpose. And that's when I brought Magnetic into it. So that's kind of my song development process. And that's what Magnetic is all about. It's about simply understanding that each of us has a magnetic force inside of us that's pulling us towards our purpose. And it's just a matter of us really surrendering to it and allowing that pull to drive our life, the different decisions we make, and making the world a better place by blessing people with whatever gifts we've been given to fulfill that purpose. Last week, I talked about Adolph Sax, the inventor of the saxophone, and his story of taking the saxophone from being rejected in the 1840s to being revolutionary in the music scene by the early 1900s, just because of his relentless pursuit of purpose. So if you haven't seen that episode, go back and check out episode 6. Next week, I'm going to talk about the person who's the magnetic force in my life responsible for pulling me towards my purpose. So until next time, stay uplifted.